Hi guys, Dr. Corbin Pominville here. You're here because you're in pain and you haven't been able to solve it yet. We believe this is because you haven't found the root cause of your pain yet. Pain is our body's way of saying there's a problem here. So really all we have to do is find the actual structure that's being affected, and oftentimes this structure is something that's getting pinched, and that pinching causes pain. So I put together a little video to help you understand your pain a little more. It goes a little deeper into the potential causes of your pain and how we can fix them. I really hope this helps. Hi guys, Dr. Corbin Pominville here. I'm back with our third anatomy series on ankle and foot pain. This type of pain is very common in people who walk or run for exercise, so maybe that's you. I want to explain what's going on in your body and give you some answers as to why you may be having ankle or foot pain. So first, let's talk about what actually may be causing this pain. Number one, it could be repetitive work, sports, exercise, or other activities. Things like walking or running are very common. This, especially if it's done with improper form, can over time lead to problems. Number two reason that you could be having pain is a traumatic event. So this could be pretty obvious, but it could be something like a lifting injury or a sports injury. Number three reason you could be having pain here is posture. So oftentimes knee pain, especially if it lasts a long time, is due to our everyday habits. So this could be the way that you're standing, the way that you're walking, things that we're doing all day. If we're not doing them 100% correctly, this can lead to problems. So let's get into the anatomy here. One of the most common reasons why people will have foot pain is plantar fasciitis. Here's the plantar fascia, and it goes all the way from your heel to the front of your foot. And something that can cause this is not having enough mobility in the big toe or even in the ankle. It can also be due to muscular imbalances or weaknesses in the foot or up the leg. Other common things you may experience down in the ankle is shin splints, and this can be due to this muscle right here, Tibialis Anterior. Could get a little bothered if you're doing repetitive things such as walking or running. Same thing with the Achilles. And this is, we have the gastrocs and we have muscles under it as well that will contribute to that, which are the calves. So these muscles may get bothered if we are walking or running or doing any sort of activity with our form being just a little bit off. Even just 5% off can cause problems. So we want to make sure that our form is perfect. Other things that could be going on here, you could have a ligament problem, which here are your ligaments here. Most commonly, we could sprain a ligament on the lateral ankle, and this would likely be a traumatic event like you tripped and fell. We also have nerves. Most common place to have a nerve problem is actually coming right through here, this area on the inside of the foot. And you may feel numbness, tingling, things like that. So there are a lot of different things that we can be feeling down in the ankle and the foot. So there are three anatomical reasons why you may have this pain. So we just looked at all the structures. Now let's look at why we could be having this pain. Number one, the muscles may be tight. So there are certain muscles in your legs that will get tight. Number one being your calves. So back here, these can get super tight and cause problems. Number two, coming up to the hips, and the hips coming up the leg. If things are tight up here, it can actually affect the ankle. So we have our hip flexors, which are right around this area here, a little deeper. We have our quads, and we have muscles inside of the hips, even back here under this muscle. We have little muscles in here. If these are tight, such as the piriformis, if these are tight, they can cause problems down the leg. Even things such as tight hamstrings or a tight IT band can cause problems. Number two, the bones may be too tight or stiff. This is an easier fix. What we do down here is we use mobilization techniques to get this moving. And so as you can see, there's quite a bit of connective tissue around the ankle. It's pretty thick down here. And what we do is we can kind of loosen that up and get things moving. And once they get moving, oftentimes that can help solve the pain. And what can happen is sometimes one of your ankles may not be moving enough, and that can cause the other side to have to move more to compensate, and too much movement can cause pain. So there's a lot of things that could be going on here. Number three, the muscles may be weak or not activating properly. So you may be saying, I exercise, my muscles are not weak. Some of your muscles may be strong. However, maybe some of your stabilizer muscles are weak. And this is something that we can check out. So you could have weak muscles up here. The muscles that I was naming that can kind of get annoyed if you use them, overuse them, that is. And if they're weak, that can cause problems. So we have that muscle there, tibialis anterior. Muscles around the hips could be weak, and that can cause pain down in the ankle because the ankle is now not supported. The hips are supposed to take a lot of the force when you're walking, running, moving. And if they don't, if they're not strong enough, the ankles can take more of the force than they were supposed to, and that can cause problems. You could have weak foot muscles. So our foot has a ton of little muscles in it. Underneath this fascia, there's a ton of little muscles. There's 16 muscles in here. And so those could be weak. So it's important to understand that everyone is different. Some people may need more flexibility. Some people may need more stability. Most likely it's a combination of all of these things. Maybe one muscle on your body is weak and one other part of your body needs more movement, and we need to get it more flexible. So it's important to realize that everyone is different, and your ankle pain may be due to different things than someone else's ankle or foot pain. And the way we need to treat your pain is usually unique to how we treat someone else's pain. This is why I can't give you an exact formula on how to solve your pain without evaluating you. So as you guys know, Better Life Health and Wellness specializes in ankle and foot pain. We've seen a lot of ankles and feet. Right now, we are offering a free total body diagnostic visit where we'll look at your whole body as well as take an in-depth look at your specific problem. We'll look right at the ankle as well, but it's important to look up and down the body to make sure we catch everything. We then use hands-on techniques to decrease your pain and loosen you up, and then use muscle activation techniques to stabilize you and keep you that way. So feel free to message us on social media. You can call or text us, or you can submit a contact form on the website. Again, I am Dr. Corbin Pominville, and thank you for tuning in.